Hey everybody, this is Pastor Bob, and this is Life with Luke number 65. This last weekend we read a fascinating and challenging, troubling passage from Luke 19, verses 11 through 27. It's the last event that happens before Jesus arrives at Jerusalem and finally enters the city, something we've been looking forward to for months and months now. Jesus talks about the kingdom of God, and he says, Luke tells us that Jesus told this parable because there were some who were expecting the kingdom of God to arrive at any moment. And Jesus needs to correct this view of the kingdom of God. Yes, the kingdom of God is something that God will bring into existence at the end of history, and only God can do that to bring history to consummation, make everything right. But in the meantime, the kingdom of God is not something that we just wait for God to do for us as we watch, like they were waiting for Jesus to kick out the Romans and establish the kingdom of God on earth. Jesus is saying the kingdom of God is something that God establishes in people and through people as they respond to God with the gifts that God has given them, their life and the message of the gospel. And so Jesus tells this this combination of two stories. It's a combination of the coronation of King Archelaus, who was a really bad dude. And Jesus combines that with a story of what we do with what God has given us, inviting God's kingdom to become a reality in the way that we live our lives every single day, and then accounting for that when he comes again in judgment. It ends with a very troubling statement, and you should go and just watch the video on our YouTube channel. But it has the king in the parable say, those enemies of mine who didn't want me to be king over them, bring them here and kill them in front of me. And so many people have told me since Sunday morning how much they have struggled with this parable, that passage, because that's such a troubling thing. That is not a picture of who Jesus is. That's a picture of who Archelaus was. And Jesus is showing us that even in the most brutal circumstances, even in the most corrupt things of this world, the kingdom of God can enter into that story and become a reality. And that's Jesus' intention for us, for his kingdom to become real in us and through us for the sake of others. So go check out the video. Be encouraged. God doesn't take delight in destroying his enemies. God is the God who loves his enemies and dies for them and pleads for them to come and know true life. So have a great week.